Hello, welcome to episode 84 of No Holds Barred Pod. That is Sal Dodgson.
And that is Don McGowan. Welcome everybody to this particularly warm edition of No Holds Barred Pod. There may be some noise because we're having to waft.
Yes.
But I'm sure you all understand.
Yeah, exactly. Sal's got a hand fan and I've got my desk fan blowing a little bit of air around my head, which is making a slight bit of difference. But yeah, it's currently on my temperature thing says 32 degrees outside, but in my office at the top of the house in the eaves of the roof, it's a lot warmer. So
the last time I used this fan was for the general election party in 2024. I used to have a pack of 10 in all different colours, but I gave them all away. And this is the only one I got left because you're not going to give that away, are you? It's a memento.
Oh, no, of course not.
So,
Anyway, so yeah, welcome back. Welcome along. Hi to everybody. So last episode we put out, I just wanted to lead Sal into this because we put out a little, Sal wants an office. And so we put out a little Ko-fi link to anyone who's feeling generous and would like to put towards Sal's office. And we've had some really lovely people ready donated.
To ROGs who've already put in, really appreciate it. Thank you.
I
need to get myself a proper little office space, and I don't have the physical ability to do it myself.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm broken. So yeah.
And just Bob, I noticed on put he's still waiting for t-shirts. So Bob, here's a picture of what's coming first. Put it up now. And what day are we on? 26th of May. By next Wednesday, whatever the next Wednesday is, it will be, the merch store will be launched. So let me just check. June or something. I daren't open anything on my laptop because my laptop's struggling with the heat. The 3rd of June, we will have the merch store live on the website. Bob, specifically, who's been asking for t-shirts for ages. So you'll be able to buy some No Holds Barred t-shirts then.
Can I get a racism stupid t-shirt because it's not the weather for hoodies, is it?
Definitely. Yeah, we're going to put lots of fun, cool slogans and designs and mugs and badges and stickers and...
Are you doing a range of wife beaters for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I love... especially when it's this hot, I can't not wear anything else.
Oh, look, I only got dressed to film this.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
I like it hot. But this is like, I don't know, where reform people go when they die.
Yeah. I took my son down to the hairdressers and it was just insane in there. It was insane for the heat because of all the, the blow dryers and stuff. But also the lukewarm banter about the weather as soon as I walked in the door. Oh, I like it hot, but not this hot. Typical classic hairdresser banter. So
I think it's British tradition, isn't it? For the first proper hot day we have, it's like, oh, it's a bit of a no, but genuinely,
gag.
It's only because I know I'm like hypersensitive with my nervous system being shot. I love the hot weather, but I still have to get used to it. I get headaches when it first starts, and I have to just do 20 minutes, half an hour every now and again till I get used to it. Even if I go on holiday, it's the same. Assuming I go away when it's not like this here. So it's a thing. It is a thing that takes a lot of adjusting to for the human body and brain.
Definitely, because it's extreme as well. I mean, whatever it was yesterday, 34 degrees in the UK in May is pretty bloody hot, isn't it? So
yeah, but at least climate change isn't real, so it's all going to be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be 18 on Friday. So yeah, those swings in temperature are mounting, aren't they? So
did you see Wes Streeting this morning?
I heard him on LBC this morning.
He was saying, who was it? He said some industry is going the way of big tobacco, but it wasn't
social
big oil.
Media.
Social media.
Social media. Yeah.
Big oil's who you mean, you idiot. What is he talking
you should
about?
Mean. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, basically, he's sort of rolled this out on his and got him some media this morning because he was talking about this.
Who is he now?
Well, he's just a backbench MP for Ilford North, but he sort of laid claim to this sort of statement that social media is like tobacco, like smoking, and they're targeting kids, like the tobacco companies used to.
Didn't a doctor come out and say it was as harmful as?
That's exactly what it was.
That's not an equivalence.
It's a study of some doctors had released a study saying that they think potentially social media could be as harmful as tobacco. Yeah. So, but Wes Streeting seems to have piggybacked it and taken it as his own and jumped on the media with it this morning.
Do you know what's more harmful than all of that? Spending 16 years decimating the NHS and not having a working mental health system is more dangerous than that.
That's very true. Absolutely. Yeah. So,
No.
yeah, I found it a bit odd that I listened to, I haven't had the radio on much over the weekend, been away in London and stuff, and didn't get stabbed, didn't lose my phone. Sadiq Khan's London and all that. But
I've been forgetting to be scared the last few times I've been there.
I know. I completely forgot. It was only after I got home and realised I hadn't been stabbed that I thought I'd better put something on Twitter. But that really riled up some people.
It is literally statistically one of the safest capital cities in the world.
And the crime is dropping as well, even the last year or two. But I had, what's that guy? Paul Joseph Watson, you know, one of the kings of the far right. He was big a few years ago. Everyone used to talk about him. Prison Planet.
I know a few Paul Watsons.
No, he's known as Paul Joseph Watson. He's part of no, but he's a big part of the MAGA crew, and he's British YouTuber and radio host.
Just check it's not the one.
He began working at American radio host Alex Jones's website InfoWars, where he promoted and advocated for 9/11, chemtrail, and New World Order conspiracy theories. Yeah, he's Paul Watson's like one of these ultra-right lunatic conspiracy theorists, but he's got like a big following in the far right. But he leapt on my London post this morning. Yeah, he's got 1.3 million followers on X at the moment. But
he looks like he was in Mumford and Sons.
He does, doesn't he? He leapt on my London post 2 days later and went, "Oh, it's such a..." Because I said, "Oh, I didn't get stabbed or lose my phone," and he quoted me this morning and said, "Oh, that's a real low bar for a day out in London." It's like, you've completely missed the point, you loser.
Okay.
Mainly, I had 200,000 far right trolls and bots telling me that that was wrong and London was a death zone. But, you know, that's why I put it out. Cause
you and your popularity.
I've noticed, you know, I talked a couple of weeks ago about being throttled, like all the left-wing centralist accounts being throttled. Go on. Yeah, no, I was talking a couple of weeks ago about being like left-wing accounts being throttled before the Galton, no, not the local elections it was. And my engagement was really like less than half. But it's been on rocket boosters in the last week because I've been criticising reform quite a lot, obviously. And I think Musk is boosting people that are critical of reform because he's backing Rupert Lowe. So it's a very strange platform, X,
well,
for stuff like that.
Stick a pin in that, because I think I've got some evidence of something similar going on, but on Google.
Oh, really?
And I say similar loosely in that they're controlling things.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
I'll go into that later with my bit.
Okay, cool.
But I think it's endemic. It's not just social media platforms, it's
across the board.
The 6 billionaires that own them all.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we crack on and have a chat about some topics? What do you want to start off with?
Oh, do you know, can I get this out of the way because it's boiling my piss?
Go for it.
As I mentioned to you, I was waiting for an Uber the other day with my son, and I saw this appropriately in the gutter.
What is it? Just a newspaper?
Raggy bit of paper, and I just saw this headline that says, "Spy cameras to be rolled out in war on benefit sheets."
Oof.
And I thought, oh, tell me more.
Good. Yeah.
Picked it up and realised it was the Hail on Sunday. And they're reporting thus.
I take it that's not a local newspaper to Hail. That's just...
No,
or is it?
No, it's the
I was thinking, like,
the Lord Rothermere that lives abroad and doesn't pay any tax on Sunday.
I was thinking because of your location, that might have been like a local
Oh God,
newspaper.
no. Oh, Hale's far too posh for me.
Yeah, all right.
So I'll wrangle through it. Detector vans with spy cameras will be rolled out in a few months to catch benefit cheats. Video cameras will be concealed inside and outside the vehicles to secretly film fraudsters and obtain footage to be used in court. The crackdown is expected to start in September. The vehicle's high-tech cameras can capture images after dark and will film outside homes and workplaces following tip-offs and intelligence. It is part of the DWP live surveillance strategy, with the vehicles reminiscent of TV detector vans which roamed the streets from 1952 to 2013, using electronic gear to spot homes watching without a licence. But the DWP anti-fraud staff will be able to conduct stakeouts on suspects while controlling the vehicle cameras from remote locations, with live images being fed to investigators. The crackdown has been made possible by the Powers in Public Authorities in parentheses, Fraud, Error and Recovery Act 2025. So it's a Labour thing.
All right, yeah, okay.
Which is aimed at saving, take note, 1.5 billion from the benefits bill by 2030.
Okay.
Catching fraudsters and reducing payments made in error. They're not the same thing.
No, it really isn't the same thing by long chalk. No.
No, it isn't. But they are bracketing it as the same. Investigators will no longer have to rely on hunting for incriminating CCTV footage which may or may not be available. The new tactic emerged in a 2.4 million DWP tender seeking a surveillance kit supplier for a 3 to 5 year contract. Blah, 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 blah. And then it goes on to talk about Helen Whately, who is the devil incarnate. Now,
yeah, Tory MP.
I read that,
Tory MP.
and I had some thoughts, as you might imagine. And then I went on Google, and I thought, well, given that the estimated amount of fraud in the benefit system is supposed to be like under 1% or something.
Yeah, it's fair. It's like 0.6% or something, yeah.
I thought, now, how much do we lose each year in fraud with HMRC?
Yeah, right.
And I went to Google. And Google tells me HMRC estimates that tax evasion, the deliberate fraudulent non-payment of tax, cost the UK around 5.5 billion annually. Not 1.5 billion before 2030 in 4 years. 5.5 billion annually. However, this is part of a broader tax gap, the difference between total tax owed and collected, of over 34 billion, with some parliamentary estimates suggesting the true cost of fraud is much higher. So, then I thought, how much fraud? Oh, no, I didn't. So what I put into Google was estimated fraud in UK HMRC.
Okay.
And, oh, no, it's not what I want to do. Go back. Oh, that's definitely not what I want to do. I've lost my page. That's upsetting. So, there we are. Underneath, I was going to screenshot it and do a post on it. And underneath, I thought, well, that's just the AI. How much do the government think we're losing in fraud?
Yeah.
And then very handily, at first glance, the first post Google gave me as a return to answering estimated fraud in UK HMRC is a link to gov.uk entitled Fraud and Error in the Benefit System. I didn't ask Google about the benefit system. I asked about HMRC.
What?
Right?
Yeah, that's not good.
Right. Then eventually it goes to UK, hang on. Then the UK Parliament committees, 5.5 billion lost to tax evasion could be significant underestimate. And that's February last year.
Yeah.
And then underneath that, economic and social cost of fraud. But why are they bringing up a DWP fraud and error when I'm asking it about an HMRC fraud? And then when I clicked into that link, about DWP fraud and error that I didn't ask about. The government, under literally the title fraud here, in big, heavy capital letters, an overpayment has occurred where the claimant has provided inaccurate or complete information or failed to report a change in their circumstances. Additionally, the claimant could reasonably be expected to understand how this affects their entitlement, and there is evidence of fraud or suspicion of fraudulent intent. Now, there may be some people out there committing fraud, a small amount of people who can get it through the system.
Yeah.
But the majority of overpayments are made by DWP error. Again.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm struggling to make or feel like I'm making sense because I'm feeling a bit strangulated by this topic because it's so egregiously unfair.
I get it totally. So what I'd said, I think my laptop had a bit of a blip, is that what Google's kind of AI bot is giving you though? When you type it in, that's the first link it's giving you. Is that what you said?
No, that was off the gov.u. That's the government website
that's even
that
worse.
says that, as well as the Daily Mail.
Yeah. They're really pushing this whole benefits fucking thing, like alongside like reform and everyone else, the far right and the right wing, the Tories, etc.
But another article came up just to add to it from Business Matters magazine. HMRC warns 700,000 umbrella workers over bills of exchange tax avoidance scam.
Yeah,
700,000.
Yeah, exactly. Not the benefits. The general tax fraud, tax evasion gap is huge compared to benefits.
Why are they spending 2.4 million quid to go after people who are literally like? The only thing that keeps me okay is that I've got my movement monitor on my Google phone, which literally shows you if I have a day of activity, I then have 3 days of doing nothing for years, because that's just how my body works. So I'm trying not to be scared to go out, but it's difficult. It's really difficult for people because
I see what you mean.
I saw it was here in the article. There's a picture of a woman who's jailed, arthritis sufferer Helen Green, working out in a gym, and all it shows is a woman in gym gear, like doing that. Now, you are literally told by social prescribers and GPs not to stay still because it makes pain worse. You're supposed to exercise to try and get yourself better, even if you feel terrible. It's supposed to help you do it.
Yeah.
What do we do? What the fuck do we do?
No, that's no good at all. Yeah, I mean the health and keeping well and moving, is exactly as you say. It's the first thing you're told by your doctors. Like, I know it's hard but you just do what you can and get out and about and get up and about and do as much as you can. So yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Notwithstanding, I don't know jack about a case.
But the thing with the detector vans, like these stupid bloody TV license things. I mean, how can you tell by looking at someone? I mean, we've learned by 2026 that you can't just look at someone and go, oh, they're disabled or they're not. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what? I stand corrected. This woman, it turns out, allegedly ran 10-kilometre races.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
So, yeah,
maybe there's a case there, but yeah.
But do you know what? I don't know. It's just that the amounts of money are that trivial in the greatest cost of living crisis we've ever had. How can you blame people?
It's just the next topic that Labour have seemed to have latched onto to try and out Farage, because they've done it with the immigration. They've taken immigration to the strictest you could ever imagine under a Labour government, and now because the welfare bill thing is such a hot topic within the right.
They've gone further right than the Tories did.
That's what I'm saying.
Tories froze it, didn't they? They're just sick.
Well, on immigration they have, yeah, definitely. But now they're just trying to, because they know, well, no, they don't know. They think they have to pick up Farage voters, which is just such a nonsense, because that's bullshit. They're never going to get. They're never going to vote. No, exactly.
They're never going to vote for them. So stupid. But what they could do is go back left and pull some of the Greenies back.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, move some Liberal Democrats to the Labour, move the Green Party back to Labour with some proper Labour policies, and then they'd be doing all right.
Drink everywhere.
So again, that's 2 episodes in a row.
Disarmed, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, no, that's a nonsense, and it's just ridiculous. That's another bad, terrible decision from Labour. But trying to pull votes out of Farage country when you're never going to get them. Never in a million years. So.
Speaking of the scaredy cat, what's he up to at the minute, Don? He seems to be hiding.
Nobody knows, because he's been absent from everywhere for about 2 weeks. What do you
think he does with himself? I can't imagine what he does with himself when he's not in front of a camera.
I think he's in Montenegro.
Do you think he just sits and stares at a wall? Do you reckon?
Well, he's there quite a lot, him and George Cottrell. But yeah, there's big Montenegrin links. But
I'm very much looking forward to asking him about it in the last week of the local elections.
Yeah, definitely.
Go chasing him around again.
Try and get up there. Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
You might have to send me another microphone.
Yeah, fair enough. The Farage £5 million that he's running scared from, he came up with another lovely excuse a couple of days ago. I think it was Saturday it came out in the press, or Friday, that the only reason we know about is the £5 million that he lost down the back of the sofa is because he was attacked by the Russians. The Russians hacked him. Spearfishing attack by the Russians, PH fishing.
You'll have referred that to GCHQ then, I'm sure.
Well, exactly. So, he's had like a month to come up with a better excuse, and that's all he could come up with. So now it's like the Russians hacked my phone. What? So, yeah, exactly as you say. And
very we assume much not the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And we assume, Nigel, that you immediately and correctly reported this to the security services, as you should. But no, he did not. It's like a dog ate my homework, isn't it? It's on that level of kind of excuses. It's absolutely pathetic. Yeah, but what it was interesting was on what day are we on? 25th. Oh, 2 days ago, Monday. A man called Kieran Martin put a post out on LinkedIn. Now, Kieran Martin was the ex-head of the National Cybersecurity Centre in the UK. So this man knows his onions when it comes to cyber security. He worked at GCHQ, basically. And he said, I'll read a bit of it. Senior figures in public life should not make unsubstantiated claims about foreign, especially Russian, state hacking against them just when something inconvenient comes out, as in this Mail on Sunday splash yesterday, where Mr. Farage claims a source of knowledge about his 5 million gift was hacking from Moscow. He said, more normally still, for someone of this prominence, Farage, the incident should have been reported to the National Cybersecurity Centre since the run-up to the 2017 general election and a decision made by Theresa May to help protect the integrity of politics against foreign interference. The National Cybersecurity Centre has been made available to help political parties on a confidential basis. And several politicians from opposition parties have already done so. Reform UK have failed to say whether this happened. So he's just lying. He's just made up another childish playground lie. Oh, it wasn't me, Gov. It was the Russians this time. So he kind of, that was sort of leaked into the Daily Mail on Sunday. And
the wild thing is that if he had been hacked with the Russians, I'd be very surprised if that was all they found.
Well, yeah, one specific thing, a £5 million payment. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, it's close. It's a load of nonsense, but he's digging these holes for himself now, isn't he? That's excuse number 5.
Do you know what he needs?
£5 million. What?
He needs a JCB hole filler.
Yeah, he does. Maybe
he's probably got more access to than any other politician.
Yeah, Lord Bamford could chuck him one easily, no problem. He's
Lord Bamford still owes, is it £500 million to HMRC?
500 million pounds. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
Let's go back to our last little story.
Yeah, exactly. So Farage hasn't been nowhere to be seen. He's ducked all media for, I think, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks now. He's definitely hiding something. He's coming out with absolute nonsense. And yeah, he's just, I don't know, he's flailing and struggling because he knows he's been caught lying, and this one seems to have stuck for some reason, thankfully.
Could his absence be Habibi explained?
Possible. So that, when did that happen? That was about 3 weeks ago, wasn't it? I think
Was
Ben
it?
Habib.
I was going to say
It's a
2.
while back, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, Ben Habib made an appearance and declared that Christopher Harborne had paid him, Farage and Johnson, £1 million each to throw the election in 2019. Was it 19 or 24? No, it was 2019, wasn't it? And yeah, when Reform stood down the Brexit Party stood down all their candidates so the Tories could win. It came out on Friday. I got a notification from one finance guy. He sent me a really caps locked signal message saying, "Don, check this out." And it was the screenshot of the court filing, Christopher Harborne versus Mr. Ben.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, Christopher Harborne's actually suing Ben Habib for $1 million, over the $1 million claim. I don't know how much the case would be worth yet, but for defamation and libel, I think he's suing him for.
Is it slated yet? Or
I'll tell you, I don't know. Oh, I'll try and tell you if my laptop hangs on. I should do. Yeah, I don't know. I just think Farage is really struggling. I think this I've said it behind. Could be the straw that breaks the camel's back for Nigel Farage, because if he's found guilty by the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards, and he gets any form of ban or suspension from the House of Commons, he's in big trouble. Here we go. So let's see what he said. Kenyon. Oh no, that's Robert Kenyon. Here now we're looking into one finance guy. We're looking into Kenyon's family. Links. Here it is. Court list. Yeah, no, it's not slated yet. Nothing. It's just the claim has been lodged with the courts, so nothing has happened yet. But we'll keep an eye on it as and when something happens on that. But Reform are in big trouble. I think they're really, really in big trouble. Today, Zaya Youssef has started having a pop in public at Robert Jenrick, because Robert Jenrick was on, I think, I nearly said Trevor Nelson. That's a very different radio show. Trevor Phillips's program. Yeah. Making claims about migration. And then Zaya Youssef put out a tweet saying that, no, this is not Reform policy, Robert. So I think he's now, who's that he's fallen out with now, Zaya Youssef? Is definitely, I think he's fallen out with Tice, Lee Anderson, I think, and now Jenrick. So their party conference is going to be a hoot, because Zaya Youssef can't be on stage with anybody now, pretty much. So,
everybody prepare for the Reform conference.
I got an invite. Did I tell you I got an invite?
Shut the what? Pardon?
On my, I can't say too much because it's on an alternative personality and just a character that I use for investigations. Got an invite to the Reform Party conference. I'll forward it to you. I swear
to God, if I'm talking to you twice and I don't know about it, I'll be fuming.
Yeah, I'll forward it on to you after the show. But yeah, I got an invitation.
So not a real person got invited to the Reform Party.
Yeah, by Lee Anderson, because he's the party chairman now, isn't he? So he's sending out invitations. So there's no way on God's green earth I'll get into that, though, will I?
You cheeky monkey.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't.
You've got to try.
Do you think?
Do you need ID though?
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have ID with that on it. But yeah. So yeah, Zaya Youssef's having a go at Jenrick today on Twitter, which has caused quite a lot of headlines, which is quite amusing. Dan, was that your phone? Oh right. Sounded like sat-nav.
Forgot to turn the volume off.
It's all right.
That's my Zoom. Not my Zoom, my Ring.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yesterday, Danny Kruger, I was given one of the world's best political hospital passes by Nigel Farage, because so many rumours went around last week that Kruger hadn't been seen for months and that he was defecting back to the Tories. They got him out on media on Monday morning, yesterday, yesterday with Emma Barnett on Radio 4. Emma Barnett took no fucking prisoners whatsoever with Danny Kruger, and I put a clip on it. It's on my X if you want to see it. I've got the full interaction.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. And she apologized to the Radio 4 listeners, and she read out Robert Kenyon some of his tweets, including the Carol Vorderman one, on Radio 4 at 8 o'clock in the morning. She said, I apologise, but your candidate for Makerfield said that he would like to lick and sniff Carol Vorderman's arsehole. What do you think of this, Danny Kruger? I know, sorry, I shouldn't. It is... But Danny Kruger fumbled through about 4 minutes of this interview and said it was... First, he said it was private, and she said it's not private, it's on Twitter, that's fully public. He kept saying, oh, it's private banter, he called it banter. Then she said, well, what about this thing that he said?
Misogynist, you fucking prick.
Exactly. And she said, what about the comments about him saying that women can't drive and shouldn't be able to drive? Oh, and he just, I mean, he got handed such a fucking... I don't even know how to describe it, but Farage dropped him right in the shit by putting him out on that. But that was the only media I heard yesterday of Reform, and Emma Barnett, full credit to her, went and dissected him completely. So yeah, it's on my X somewhere. If you go and search for Danny Kruger on my X profile, you'll find it. But I put the whole clip out. It's well worth a listen. It's about 4 minutes of Danny Kruger squirming. But that's the second time Farage has done that, though, isn't it? Because he was sent out to defend the Bonnie Blue stuff as well. When Bonnie Blue came out in favour of reform, they put Kruger out.
The least, well, I suppose they're doing it, aren't they? Because, I mean, where's his integrity?
Well, he's supposedly a devout, ultra devout Christian.
But that's why they're using him, aren't they? Because they're saying if somebody this devout's defending it, then surely it's fine. That's not logic. Yeah, that's just a useful idiot with no integrity and self-pride.
I know. My guess is we won't see Danny Kruger on the media for a while after that. But then I saw this morning. Go on, sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was just going to mention Brendan O'Neill from Spiked Online had written a full-on defense of reform this morning. He's in full reform defense mode. He wrote this big article, and I said it reads like a drunken rant by an A-level politics student. Brendan O'Neill, he's now a far right commentator, writes for Unheard and Spiked Online, and he's supposedly the bastion of free speech. It's free speech at all costs. He was originally a card carrying communist, comes from Ireland. Yeah, he was full Trotskyist communist. And now I said he's taken the short leap across the bottom of the horseshoe, and he's now a far right kind of apologist. He's a Nigel Farage fanboy, but he started his political life. I don't understand
how that happened.
Yeah, he started his life.
How do you get less intelligent?
He's a bright man, clearly, but I think it's just you go where the money is, don't you? Yeah, there you go, exactly that. The money's with the far right at the moment, as we unfortunately.
Do you know what? I wish I had it in me.
No. Yeah, exactly.
I'd have a much nicer life.
Yeah, I know. It would be too easy to do it. I keep thinking about it. We've talked about this loads of times. It wouldn't be for me. Nah. I couldn't live with myself. I've had loads of Restore people follow me over the weekend because of my a few posts of
because you hate Robert
Kenyon. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Give it time.
I had Orla Minihane. Well, I'll mention her in a minute. She was liking my post this morning. Because I was having a little pop at Genric. But yeah, Brendan O'Neill he basically had this. I'll put a link because it's interesting to read how weird it is. It's a very strangely written piece. It's written as if he's like a student of politics. Lots of swearing, lots of kind of weird analogies. Called the woke left anti-Semitic. He called what else did he say? Oh, he called the Christian nationalists gay. It's really childlike. It's really strange. I mean, yeah, completely. But anyway, he said that he was trying to engineer the point that Farage is the man of the people thing, and that he was and Rupert Lowe's this private school posh boy, which we know, obviously, they're both private school posh boys. But he said, he called Rupert Lowe a privately educated prick, robbing the working class of its of rebellion because he's saying that Rupert Lowe's splitting the vote on the right and he's going to lead to Andy Burnham winning. So you're like,
Why
sure,
doesn't
Brendan.
Farage stand accused of that too?
Well, that's the point. That was my point. It's just like, you know, I think he's pushing more support towards Restore anyway by saying stuff like this. But they both, he kept saying, what else did he say? Oh, he said that the Restore followers are predominantly online and they cosplay as Knights Templar. In real life, they're the accidental giggling facilitators of a yellow-bellied technocracy. Like, okay. But I was like, the
equally applies.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Like, both parties exist in majority online space. I don't know. It was completely offensive and completely counterproductive, I think, of what he wrote. But the Restore reform battle is ramping up big time online, and it's quite funny. I think it might well lead to Andy Burnham winning that by-election much more easily than I thought he might. So,
I mean, well, the Greens have just announced, haven't they?
They have.
Sarah
Wakefield, yeah, councillor from Manchester. So.
Sarah, she's been vetted for the last 5 days, and there's nothing wrong with her, honestly, Wakefield.
Basically, we've vetted the shit out of this one, honestly. Yeah, because the cut-off, I thought the cut-off was last week, but it was actually today at 4 p.m. So I haven't heard any rumours that they've pulled Robert Kenyon absolute... I nicked a line from... Have you ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
How can they... Yeah, just a bit. Self-burn. Those are rare.
So Gina Linetti from Brooklyn Nine-Nine she called someone a stone cold atrocity. So I nicked that and wrote about Robert Kenyon today. So he's a stone cold atrocity. Yeah, I love Gina. But yeah, I don't know. It's all going wrong for Reform UK, which is joyous.
Oh well, never mind.
It's lovely on a summer's day. So, and the only other thing I think I wrote about that, yeah. So I wrote Reformer in panic stations. Isabel Oakeshott came out this morning and was taking pot shots at Orla Minihane, who used to be a candidate for...
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Reform UK in Essex or somewhere down that way in the local elections. But she's jumped over to Restore, and she's now the Restore Britain spokesperson for the safety of women and girls, or the Robusta swag, as I've written. Yeah. So, but Isabel Oakeshott was claiming that she'd failed reform vetting, and so that's why she went to Restore. I said, Isabel, you've just... Reform and vetting are not two things that appear in the same sentence. There's no such thing.
It was a veiled threat, wasn't it?
Yeah. But there's no vetting.
How long?
We know there's no vetting.
Yeah, but they've obviously found something out about her.
Yeah, because there was
a horrible bastard.
Which
they're
which
just
one?
Toxic. Or Oakeshott.
All of them. Yeah, she is.
Ooh, you failed your vetting.
But that's come from Robert Jenrick, because he leaked DMs between him and Orla Minihane over the weekend. So, you know, he posted DMs between the two of them when she was in Reform. So
what was the
Jenrick
crime?
Nothing particularly. It was about her joining up, and they were DMing each other, and he was like, "Oh, it's great to have you on board," etc., etc.
Why would you publish that?
No, he was just because she's now Restored. He was trying to discredit her by saying, "Oh, look how excited you were to be in Reform at one point," and you know,
they're children, man. This is just insane.
Oh, it is,
I mean,
totally,
it's not.
totally.
I fully understand how this happens now.
Well, you do from the inside, yeah.
There's a lot of terrible people that shouldn't be anywhere near politics.
Yeah.
And our system just lets them in.
Yeah. And we haven't even mentioned Robert Kenyon properly yet, because the shit that he's been coming out with is just insane. Today, he said that a leaked tweet claimed that what did he say? He woke up after the day after Brexit and was shitting himself because he couldn't believe what we'd done.
Yeah.
And then
he had a change of heart about that.
Yeah. It went completely viral. The whole of the online, even the Independent and people were putting out posts going, "Oh, Reform's candidate in Makerfield was against Brexit." And then within an hour, Reform spokesperson said, "This isn't true. He did vote for Brexit, really." He didn't. It's all bullshit.
No, he did not.
So,
hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, his whole life has been basically scrubbed clean up until about February of this year. It's so hard to find anything about him.
Well,
He's been
that should tell you all you need to know. He's very
100%.
unsuitable for politics. Get fucked.
Exactly. Like I wrote last week about his website, which was like this sort of shonky website that he'd put out. It was all like template stuff and boilerplate stuff. Today it's been deleted. That's gone now off the internet. They're just wiping every trace of him. And as you say, definitely not suspicious when that sort of thing happens. Like, fucking hell, man.
It's insane.
It really is. They've just basically picked the wrong candidate, the wrong guy, because they didn't vet him. Like, they never vet anybody. And then gone, oh, shit, this guy's a fucking stone cold atrocity, to paraphrase Gina. We best try and sort it out in retrospect. And now they're making it look even worse for themselves, aren't they? So it's fucking bonkers.
We've just had another councillor outed.
Really?
Emma Beck, yeah, she got charged and arrested and charged with assaulting somebody while she was working as security on a bar.
That's right.
She pushed over a 60-year-old woman, and yeah, she's now a convicted criminal and a councillor.
Oh yeah, I've got a whole load of stuff on her.
How is that? Oh, I know, yeah. I mean, that's probably the very least of her crimes, but that's the one we know about right now.
Yeah. I know.
Why is she still there?
She should be out. I know. Yeah, they're absolutely in bits. I just wrote.
And there's another one. I got information about the other day. Yesterday, I sent it to Ref UK Exposed.
Oh yeah.
About there's a John Pennington whose businesses have just gone to shit.
Oh really?
And he's had like bad notices on his accounts and stuff.
Has he?
Stuff I understand. So I just forwarded it on to them, and they covered it a year ago.
Oh right.
He's still got in. He's still got in.
Got voted in, yeah.
And he's a proper fash.
Is he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw just this afternoon that Reform in the council in Durham, which is Darren Grimes' sort of stomping ground, last year announced that they were cutting funding for Pride in Durham, and they weren't going to allow the council to put any money into the Pride celebrations.
Last year with them, didn't they? Wasn't it that they didn't fund it at all anyway?
Well, they're not funding it at all for this year, they announced. But then the TUC have stepped up, and the TUC are paying for all of it. As of today, they announced it. I was like, yeah.
You got to love the unions, man.
Yeah. The unions have basically gone, well, if you're not going to pay for it, fuck you. We're paying for it. Durham's still having Pride. So that backfired.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know
it is. To get the train up.
Yeah. I got caught up in a Pride festival, a Pride march last weekend in Cheltenham. It was very early because we arrived and it was like, huh? It's not even June yet, but they had a big march. It was great. It was lovely. So
I'm going with Will to ours in a couple of weeks. Cool.
Yeah, so today the Crewkern Gazette posted, if people don't know what they are, it's this one guy called Joshua Bonehill Payne, and he makes this horrible AI slop videos of politicians and celebrities. Go on.
Bonehill Payne, that's just, there's a story there. I don't know.
There's certainly a joke in it if I wasn't so hot. But yeah, he's a massive far right guy. He spent 5 years in jail for a series of hate crimes against Jewish people, including inciting. Yeah, he was in jail for 5 years for inciting racial hatred, racial aggravated harassment against Luciana Berger, and hang on, I've got a list of his crimes. But my laptop's being hot. Yeah, he's serial criminal. Convictions for burglary, assault, criminal damage, malicious communications and harassment, inciting racial hatred, racially aggravated harassment. 3 years and 4 months in jail for inciting racial hatred, and 2 years in jail for racially aggravated harassment. The man's a fucking wrong un, a massive, massive horror show. And he's gained sort of notoriety online for these AI garbage videos that he's putting out. And he put one out of Carol Vorderman and Robert Kenyon this morning, and it's just crap. I mean, it's not funny. It's not really interesting. It's very long, and the AI is crap. Carol Vorderman asked him politely to take it down. He refused. Wrote a post saying, he calls himself we are satire. We're satirists, political satirists, and he then got, within 2 hours, had an article in The Spectator defending him over his political satire. He said, we produce high quality political AI satire. It's like, no, you don't. It's low key bullshit, no talent tripe.
It's Gove slop, innit?
Yeah. It's just grim. It's not even funny. Nobody of it's funny.
With the brain seems to be connected to The Spectator anymore.
No.
I was never a massive fan of Fraser Nelson, but he did have reasonability about him occasionally, and now that seems to have grown. So good for that. But I don't know who's at The Spectator apart from Gove anymore.
No, I don't know, actually, to be honest with you. Couldn't tell you. But
and they've always supported hateful fucking bastards. They had Tacky writing them for them for years.
Who? Who was writing for them? Who's that?
It's a Greek fella who's just really horribly offensive.
I don't know.
Quite... Let me just see what Google says about him, because
they
were just publishing him when I was there, but he just all the complaints were always about him.
Oh, right. Well, they have Rod Liddell and people like that, don't they? So.
Oh, God, him as well. Yeah, he was there when I was there.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
There we go. Panagoitis Taki Theodorakopoulos is a Greek writer and publisher who founded Taki's magazine, co-founded American Conservative. His column High Life appeared in British Weekly The Spectator from 1977 to 2023. Right. So I said a few years.
Yeah, a long time.
He's not a nice man.
No, I don't know him at all. But anyway, I hope Carol Vorderman sues the living shit out of him, because she's asked politely to have her image removed. They're using her image without consent, and she's asked for it to be removed. So I think she's got a case, and I hope Carol does step up and sue him, because he's a vile racist prick. And
then for the spacecraft, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure. So we've got two more things. Firstly, it was another reform thing, which I forgot to mention. Sarah Potchin was on Talk TV this morning, as she often is, and she made a massive part, and she said the Makerfield by-election is a 2-horse race between Labour and Restore. And then she went, "Oh my God, I'm going to get sacked for that." Just like...
Freudian slip there, Sarah.
Yeah.
I've told you. I'm telling you, there are people in Reform who are Trojan horses for Restore, and I said that last week.
Well, if Rupert Lowe has some modicum of success in Makerfield by-election, I could see people like Potchin jumping across quite easily. So, and I'll save that for the end.
And 30p. He's desperate to go somewhere else now, isn't
he? Yeah, I think that's why they made him. I think that's why they made him chairman, to keep him settled for a bit. Mind you, what's happened to David Bull? Bull's disappeared. It's a bit spooky. Maybe he's in Derek Akora's boot again. That's a callback to an episode from last summer when we were really hot last summer. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly mention, it was about Robert Kenyon again, one of our Patreons and one of our proper brilliant followers. Jane is part of let me read it out so I get it right, a pro-choice group called Abortion Rights, and they released a press conference on Robert Kenyon's misogynistic posts. And it says, Reform UK's candidates' remarks on abortion and rape are dangerous and misogynistic, says Abortion Rights. Abortion Rights condemns the deeply misogynistic and extremist comments made by Reform UK's Makerfield by-election candidate Robert Kenyon, in which he described abortion as a cowardly act of murdering a defenseless baby, and suggested that women falsely claim rape in order to access abortion care. It's just gross. So
stuff like that makes me feel punchy.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's horrible.
But
go on.
No, all I was going to say was that we've been waiting for Reform to bring this Project 2025 guff out, and we thought that they'd probably do it via Kruger at some point, didn't we? Because that's where he stands.
Kruger and Orr, yeah.
But what we've always got to remember is the quote from Farage in 2010. But maybe it's because I've got so many women pregnant over the years that I have a different view. He's got 4 kids, 4 to 2 different women. That's not so many women, is it? So what happened to all those other children?
All the rest. Yeah, exactly.
Where are they?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's not going to have a leg to stand on if he pulls that shit.
No. Yeah, just the last...
Yeah. The misogyny's off the scale, man.
It is, and I'll just read out the last bit of what they wrote at Abortion Rights. It said, Robert Kenyon's comments are appalling and reveal a deeply harmful attitude towards women in abortion care. Suggesting that women lie about rape in order to access abortions is both dangerous and insulting to survivors of sexual violence. And they say that these comments also raise wider concerns about the kinds of extremism and intolerance being normalised in our political discourse. Everyone deserves access to safe legal abortion without judgment, harassment or political point scoring. I mean, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Just that. Dead
100%.
on. So, thanks for pushing that into my sort of window, Jane, because it is really important, and we need to try and get this stuff out.
We're on the front foot if they do start bringing it out as a policy.
Yes, exactly that. So,
waiting
as Jane's
it.
been saying for a while, that they are trying to drip feed it, but Kenyon has come out and outright said stuff that Farage and the others have only hinted at up until now. So, let's hope it doesn't go any further and he gets hoofed into touch. So yeah. And then one last thing just to finish off, which is a tragedy, a death has occurred. Sorry, I'm laughing. Former Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson announced the death of his pet tarantula this week. I assume he bored it to death. So,
I just can't.
It was a BBC breaking news headline. It really was on BBC News.
Well, of course it was. Look over there.
Oh, man, I know. So bad. The BBC have lost the fucking plot completely. They're announcing Gavin Williamson's obituary to his pet tarantula. So,
yeah.
But that's
say nothing. I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah, okay, fine. So, right.
We're all thinking it, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So, please share, subscribe, like, and if you can add to the Ko-fi fund, that would be smashing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, put a link there. We'll have a look at that.
I hope you survive the weather.
Yeah, it's going to cool down by the time we do our next episode on probably Friday. I think we're recording again, aren't we, this week? So yeah, it should be a bit cooler, fingers crossed, by then. Cool. Hope everyone has a lovely week, and see you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye.